and be absolute menaces, and it won't happen this time. The last matchup of the night, Kansas going up against SDSU. Kansas, they're trying to turn their season around. SDSU, they're trying to stay in playoff contention. Let's get into the match.
A battle for a potential spot in the playoffs for San Diego State, needing a convincing win. They're in a good position in terms of their game differential, but the record not looking good for either roster here. Kansas trying to right the ship, likely needing to win out to have a shot at the playoffs, and it could all start here versus San Diego State. Herc.
Yeah, this is, there's a lot riding on this one. On paper as well, it looks like it could be in favor of SDSU, but after the day we've had today, you gotta let things play out before you know exactly what could go down.
All bets are off, and I am looking forward to seeing what KU brought to the table last week. A little bit disappointing with how they played in their matchup, seeing if they've taken some things to heart here and what they can do against San Diego State.
Right now, Kansas really wanting to have a nice strong start here against SDSU. Kind of coming in a little bit like an underdog. Trying to see if they can start out strong, but continuously and early on getting pushed back in their half. Nice big clear here. Sauce gets challenged by Aquino. Enough boost in the tank to make the pass over to Emblem, but it goes far and out. Dogs got the cleanup on this one, and SDSU got early game lead.
Really nice push here from San Diego State. Hard cross across the box while Chur is caught in the net. Has to defend the big part of it. Can't cover the pass and the goal at the same time. Great execution.
Yeah, they're looking nice and strong early on. Kickoff goal could be nice, but Sauce, has that one sent up into the sky. Just taking their time, this one into the corner here. And Pleb, wide shot. Could be centered if somebody was there. Instead, Spade's gonna try and carry it out. Shot opportunity again.
Oh no!
Just barely finds its way in. It was enough of a touch that it could have gone out, just wasn't quite strong enough.
I think it also came off Sauce. I think it was going out.
It was.
Maybe not. It might have gone post and out the other side. It was likely too slow, but definitely not going to make its way out when it goes off your teammate straight into the net. Tough start here for the Jayhawks. Got to figure out something. And it all starts with possession. Spade trying to do just that.
This one getting set finally towards the SDSU goal. Couple of shots could come out here. Instead, we go back to where we've seen it so many times before. This ball in the blue half here. Spade under one. And Pleb, other plans up to the sky. Tries to waterfall it down. Sauce has the backboard read. Kino gonna send it back. Nice. Just one shot after the other for SDSU, keeping the pressure onto Kansas at all times.
Ooh, nice bump there from Spade. Opens up a little bit of room. Okay. Jayhawks maybe with some room to work with here, depending on what kind of touch Chura gets.
Here comes Aquino up to the backboard. Spade, nice read on it. Trying again, just taking their time. SDSU still holding on to that 2-goal lead. Hasn't been a good response opportunity yet. Here's the up to try and make one now. This one goes across the way. Pleb just one challenge after the other onto Kansas to break into their own half. Wrap around the corner, low boost. And they go back into the midfield to try again.
And Dog just says, you know what? No reason to try and force this offense. KU's so far behind the play, I'm just going to let it roll all the way back to my own half and try and reset as there's a Rule 1, an honorable duel in the corner. And you know what? I got to say, I think that actually favors... Well, if it was Spade in the 1v1, I'd say it might favor KU, but... Either way, 2-on-2, I mean, KU might do a little bit better here. There will be more space to work with.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? If they're going to respect it, you might as well try and take advantage of it if you're Kansas, right? There's a demo, turns it into a quick 1v1 for a little bit. Sauce, trying to beat out Pleb, takes a shot. Dog, nice save there. Up into the sky. Again, still respecting the Rule 1. This one, midfield. Dog and Pleb are trying to get set up. Sauce is back.
You can't miss.
No, you can't. Not on that one. It was too wide open. Kansas finally get onto the board after a Rule 1 puts that in their favor.
And they execute on the 2v1 on defense. Got a massive 50 in front of their own net. It just took it all the way back the other way. And Akenio, you know, I don't hate it, but when you're the one giving up the goals, I hate it.
I'm sure there had to have been like a quick conversation of like, hey, I'm staying.
Do I stay?
Do you guys want me to leave? But then somebody's moral compass comes in and they're like, is this where like the Rocket League gods like go against us if I leave? So
Yeah.
there's a whole other world or story to those rule ones.
Once your team and you have decided you're committed to that, the only way to break it is your team has to come bump you out of it. It's the only
way.
The only reasonable way forward. You have to just admit, look, we need 3 people to beat you. A huge bump from Shira, slowing down Inpleb in the net, and that's actually going to make things awkward here for San Diego State. Spade is caught a little too tight to the play, and Akenio will find a nice clear down the other way.
Yeah, you could tell it was just a little bit too far up. This one headed towards the backboard. Sauce with the midfield clear. Need to get another touch on it. Low boost. Hopefully he can get the corner instead. Misses it. Kenio is going to be the one to take us to midfield and through to that Kansas side. Npleb over one defender. Can he double it in? The bounce was there and in his favor. It was so slow, but SDSU back up by 2.
Real nice job from Npleb. Noticing a little bit of space to work with in the midfield. Dodges the physicality. Gets around the last man. A little help from Akenio. Finding some interference on the last person in net. But still, not an easy shot for Npleb. Had to be perfect on the follow through and got just enough to tip that one in between the sticks.
Here comes Sauce. Now it's Kansas who need to answer. 30 seconds to go here in this game number 1. Not enough boost in the tank to turn that into like a hard shot. Instead, it's going to be SDSU on the counter.
Ooh, awkward ball. Well handled, boy. Dog is... he was warming up and he was on a demo spree. He was a madman in terms of destruction, but now he's just been a real thorn for KU to get through over on the defensive side. Such great command of the ball because he's recognizing the space very well.
Well, there you have it. SDSU take game number 1 here in our last series of the day, if you guys are just now joining us. And I don't know, I would say it's convincing. It felt a little slow at times, but granted that at one point in time it was a 2v2. So.
2v2 will definitely slow it down a little bit as Churro will back out and make a car change. And I'm actually curious what he's going to change into. Mostly for the reasoning to see if some people like to swap from like Octane to Fennec just to kind of reset the brain, or if he goes for a complete hitbox swap and goes like Batmobile or Dominus. I already know that's not going to happen. Nobody does that anymore. It breaks my heart, but I'm always curious to see.
You never know. You can always keep your hopes up. Something could happen, but most likely it's going to be a Fennec.
It's just a Fennec or an Octane, and it's a slightly different skin. That's fine. Do what you people are comfortable with. Never try to achieve something greater with something different. Nah, I'm kidding. You people are cracked with the Fennec and Octane. It's not fair. But anyway, San Diego State, you were right. Incredibly comfortable there. Never really felt like they were getting pressed by Kansas, and that's really what you're looking for here in this game 2. You want to see Kansas come out here, really start to dish that ball into the middle. Spade had a couple of decent chances, but unfortunately didn't have the mechs to really execute on them to get the middle or put that strong shot on target. And if that gets tightened up a little bit, maybe KU start to press this SDSU squad back at least a little bit. Fake kickoff.
Ooh. I like that opener there. I mean,
and they missed their corner boost though.
Yeah. As soon as you're like, okay, it's going in your favor, then something else has to happen.
But you like the idea of at least shaking things up. You hate the idea of getting scored on, but Dog gonna score at the opener. Oh, and again, it's off a KU player and just right back into the arms. Oh, you can't write it.
No, it's 2 for 2 at this point. Opening goal to SDSU. Again, you can't feel bad about it. They're clearly all smiles. Early goal lead. It's something we saw earlier before in game number 1. Npleb not enough boost to turn that kickoff into a goal there, but off the side of his car. Could have been something a little interesting. Sauce gonna carry this one all the way over to the SDSU half. Just it's a little bit earlier in the game that we get to see Kansas try and take a shot.
Effort in Pleb, almost able to deliver one as he was totally uncontested on his transition through the midfield. Spade doing a little bit of ground for Sauce and just ripping one on target, forcing a save out of San Diego State. There's the demo from Dog, and Now he's back to being a menace.
Here comes Sauce. Try to take a shot. 2 defenders keeping him out nice and steady. Again, SDSU doing a great job of just staying cool, calm, and collected as this one gets popped up into the midfield. Who's going to be the first to send it forward? It's Akenio. Tries to double it off the side. Dog's going to take a shot towards the backboard. And the clear from Chura doesn't quite get over Endpleb. Instead, he gets pocketed into the corner, cleared out back towards midfield. And the SDSU attack begins once again.
Spade's close. He's really trying to come in as kind of that breakup player for KU and just stall that transition from San Diego State. But the timing is just a little bit off. And if he gets a piece of one, San Diego State might find themselves in a bad spot. Sauce, nice clear out into his own corner to reset the attack. We'll see if Spade can get a hand on one here.
Here comes Akenio. 2 touches off the side to try and send it towards that net there. Infield pass goes right to the goal line, but Sauce has the save. No boost in the tank for Dog means it's the opportunity for Kansas to try and clear this ball out. SDSU does a great job trying to just keep it at bay in that midfield there. Spade, low boost, nice clear. Puts it into the corner for now. Nice big clear comes out. Again, counter back and forth between these 2 squads until somebody gets something that at least turns into a play.
Ooh, nice press from Spade. Dog, force touch off his own wall just to throw off the timing. A lot of open ground with that demo opened up by KU, but unfortunately Sauce having to rotate from his own half because he was out grabbing boost, not able to capitalize on the timing.
This one getting sent towards that net there. Chura. Handful of times we've seen him at least be the one player that can consistently get them past midfield. It's more about staying there. That's the new problem for Kansas. This one goes down. Spade had a shot opportunity. It was Chura in the net trying to disrupt that last defender there. But you gotta score those if you're Kansas.
Boy, if anyone scores that one, then you can have it. But I would love to have seen Spade turn that one in. Would have been a massive shot, to be sure.
Would have happened in a Batmobile for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely had it in a long car. Ooh, almost slipping one through the midfield line. But you got to be careful here. You don't want to get too divey on defense. San Diego State, as we've seen, more than comfortable to slip on through the gap if you're not on time. As there we go, it gets through, and now what do? Oh, be glad that they bumped the Kenio.
Yeah, pretty much. That one definitely should have found its way in. Thankfully, the bump came out on there. Dog gonna try and send this one forward. Here comes Chira once again, trying to get past the Kenio towards the backboard. Mpleb's got the read. Round to the corner. Nice challenge there from Sauce. Spade trying to follow up the challenge and push it forward, but Dog got that dog in him, and nobody is getting past him right now. Ooh!
Oh, and it's going to wind its way into the net. Chura just takes the raw contest on the goal line. And somehow, the post and challenge gods all say yes, that is good.
Yes, that is, you can have that one.
Crazy goal for KU to find a way at least back into the game, but you'll take anything you can get. It's been a tough one for them to try and score on some of their chances. Akenio definitely well wide. Got to be careful here if you're KU. Little double commit. It could tie them up.
Here comes Zenpleb. Pops this one down. Spade had the beat.
Ooh.
Sends it forward. This one's just a little bit wide. Enough time for Sauce to get the follow-up, and he does. And Kansas get to enter a lead for the first time in the series.
Oh, look at Chura. Just absolutely sent the last defender to space. And, you know, respect. Gotta give credit to Sauce on this one. He jumped early. He knew he had to beat the defense. And it looks really easy, but that shot, it still requires good timing. So great play from Sauce to turn in the open net.
25 seconds to go. Can SDSU tie this one up here? Bump in the corner. Shot taken up to net, and it goes. Oh no!
Oh, that's devastating. It's
right
not.
off. Oh.
It's not like bad from Sauce to like try and dive across and take this away, but the exact circumstance of how it worked out is just so unlucky.
Oh man, well, 10 seconds left. SDSU back in the game and the lead at 7. It's a Kenio that finds his way through the Kansas defense.
Oh, and a nasty bounce out of the corner, straight back into middle. Sauce trying to get back to net, can't control the speed to adjust, and of course, Churra just trying to get big to make the block. All for naught. Kenya score on the kickoff.
Let's find out here. Sauce has this one in the air. It's not the best of touches. It's a killable ball, and it is. SDSU are gonna kind of walk away with game number 2 off of a slight mistake and a great response goal after.
Dude, that is
unfortunate.
Crazy.
That is some scripted, written in the cards stuff.
From winning to losing in 13 seconds. That is brutal. Like, the 2-goal swing back to back is with an own goal. And it's just like, man, that one stings if you're Kansas there. You thought for sure you were at least going to wind up with 1. Even that will be denied, and now you've got your back against the wall. Tough day at the office, and it's not over yet. You gotta find a way to rally.
Yeah, this isn't quite the end. It's only match point. But that is a rough mental game to come back from if you're Kansas. Some people, though, have the mental fortitude to kind of, shake something like that off in real time. But SDSU is kind of all smiles right now. So,
bro, did you see a Mongol that?
you know for sure that is the comms right now. At least Spade is got a smile on his face.
You know, Spade.
Well, it's frozen.
I thought the camera was frozen for a second.
Maybe they froze it on.
But no, Spade he really is just trying to fit in that slot in the rotation to just get in the face of SDSU. And I'm not sure that anybody on the pitch is really expecting Spade to make a big setup play. He just has to get a hand up. And that's all KU need from him.
Yeah, you just gotta... Yeah. You just gotta have
this is good.
Yeah, this is
he just forces SDSU to make a play and says, okay, someone else do something. And unfortunately, in this situation, Impleb puts a nice shot on target. You did your job.
You did your job. You did exactly what you were needed, and it worked out great. Oh, poor Sauce. This dude is just going through it this series. It's just not the right place, right time for poor guy. But almost 30 seconds in, SDSU have found themselves in the lead once again. The 2 times we saw that before, they were able to take their game in its entirety. Sauce tried to send this one forward. Follow-up shot from Spade is off target, and Kansas just throwing themselves at this ball with no luck.
Does feel a little bit, we're going just to go, ooh, do something? Huge bounce, dog is late, Churra will score, there you go. Spade gets a hand up in the midfield, gets a big piece of one, and Impleb was like, hold up, he's not done.
You saw the dog, he was just trying to be like, oh man, where's this one gonna get placed? But Churra had enough time to put that one behind his car and tie this one up.
So what do you do now? You found the nice quick equalizer. You're rallying from a brutal L in game 2. In San Diego State, I think, honestly, I'm kind of irritated right now if I'm San Diego State. I'm like, no way we just let them score off that. And I think I start to get aggro here if I'm San Diego State.
Yeah, I can see that for sure being the wave on it, right? You're so close to ending it in a sweep. You kind of let one get through you. I wouldn't blame them if they wanted to go aggro. It's not necessarily necessary.
Not at all.
Not by any means.
Completely unnecessary.
It would be pure ego at that point.
Yeah, San Diego State honestly can probably just sit and wait in the midfield and just pick one off.
Yep.
Because there have been a few communication issues over on that KU defense. There's been a double commit here or there. Obviously, we've seen 2 own goals in this series alone by KU. So, you can, be a much smarter player than me and just wait it out.
So are they gonna play the patient game, or are they going for the ego? Right now, it's up in the air for it. Spade's gonna drive this one upfield. Take that corner boost. Nice demo to open up something. Maybe if you can get on the ground, you can disrupt that last defender there. But instead, The transitional clear comes out. SDSU back in the faces of Kansas.
nasty.
This one headed towards the backboard. N-Plebs trying to drive it down. I mean, at least Kansas is doing a much better job of holding off, but these shots haven't been quite as accurate as they were in games 1 and 2.
Score it, Spade.
Oh, there's not enough boost for him to drop it in.
Devastating empty tank at the crucial moment, and San Diego State will keep the game all tied up and Pleb collecting his own corner, but KU really trying to jam them into a tight spot here. Sauce, can you make something happen? Sure is caught too far forward, but he gets an extra touch. Pleb is able to make it in time. What a recovery.
There was no boost in the tank for Sauce to try and push it forward, and now you have to go back to the drawing board. 2 minutes left. Akenio tries to take a shot at this one. Dog at least keeps it in the blue half here. Chura going up for it. That was a risky play and a half. Double commit right now for this ball to get driven into the SDSU half. And M-Pleb's gonna send it right back.
You gotta hit it strong there, Sauce. You need this double, huge double tap just to force San Diego State to respect it. Otherwise, they were gonna come at you hard from that sidewall. Chura looking to dish one to Spade in the corner. Might have got a piece of dog, but either way. Drive gonna stall out a little bit, but KU starting to come to life.
Yeah, they definitely are looking a lot better than they did in games 1 and 2. A lot more willing to get up in the faces of SDSU here. But again, it's like we talked about. If at some point you start to challenge SDSU, they're going to do it back probably twice as hard because they're not really going full force right now. So here comes Dog around the corner. A minute left. Chura's going to try and take a shot. It's just wide.
Ooh. Big 50 from Spade, though, and Sauce is there. Akenio just in time. Chura to drop the hammer, and it's wide. You needed it. Now it's the one-on-one back the other way with a demo. Akenio forced to go wide. Sauce just in the nick of time. KU alive by a thread. Spade pokes one down the seam and will convert.
Oh my goodness, there's a whole lot to unpack right here. It's N-Pleb that got beat out, and then you just immediately see Kansas full force send it downfield like whatever happens, you make sure that ball gets in that net, and it did.
Now, we've been here before, and in fact, with less time, so like, I have no idea what is about to happen.
Well, here comes N-Pleb to the ceiling. Doesn't get past Chura. Nice read there. Dog trying to get the center.
No one's there.
Oh, nobody prepped and ready to go on that one. 13 seconds left. Chura just trying to inch this ball forward. You don't even have to be accurate with your shots at this point, but Dog driven up field. N-Pleb and Dog want to challenge Spade. No boost in the tank. Akenio, can this ball get kept up? It's still up for now. I think Chura's going to try and kill it, unless Dog can keep it up here.
Ooh, yo.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay,
granted, we had this conversation off stream, and I asked if you thought it was going to be a sweep, and you did say you thought Kansas would get one.
I did think they would get one. Honestly, at this point, they could have had two. They could have been in the lead. It's that tight, but it really does feel like San Diego State, they feel very confident in this series. I think they know that they're definitely better than KU. And the unfortunate reality is that when one of the players on KU gets a really good 50, nobody on San Diego State is ready to react to it. And they just concede either a terrible position or a goal completely. And so if you're San Diego State, now you kind of you really should just buckle down here in game 4 and say, okay, come beat me, because I don't think you can. And don't even give KU the opportunity of a game 5.
I agree with that. I feel like we were, I don't know if you agree, but I feel like we're missing a little bit of the ego from SDSU. I feel like they played games 1 and 2 with a little bit more.
I'm saying just kill the ego.
Just destroy it.
I want them to sit back in net and watch Sauce try to air dribble one off the sidewall and say, okay, get it through me. And that is what I want San Diego State to do right now. I want them to absolutely crush their dreams and say, you do not have that dog in you like Dog does.
Oh man, well, we're gonna see if that's the case. Does SDSU come in with new full force, or does Kansas City turn up the notch here in game number 4?
Ooh, Spade, that's what Spade's there for. That's what he's there for. Just show up, put a hand in their face. Good things will happen. In pleb, you gotta be keeping a better eye out. To be fair, though, that is a very tough play to make with the camera going over his shoulder. He's got ball cam on, following the ball off his backboard and back into mid, so he easily could have missed Spade on that transition. But still, poor line to take. Spade made him pay.
Here comes Akenio. 2 touches to try and get this one centered. Npleb gets challenged by none other than Spade. Sauce is going to keep this one driven forward. And I don't know, it's a lot of good challenges. At least they're a little bit more aggressive with it on the end of Kansas, but this one rolls all the way back. Akenio, no connection on that ball there. Dog going to try and pop it up high. Sauce has the read, carries us to mid and past.
No double commits.
I don't know.
Way.
I was just about to say, it feels like SDSU is starting to shake a little bit.
No way we are double committing on the 10-mile-per-hour air dribble through the midfield. Talk, people, talk.
It's been a long night at Chiefs.
It is pretty late. I will give you that. Oh, with a demo in the net, but Sauce is
he's
gonna get there. He missed the ball.
Oh man, and he didn't even have any boost in the tank. He just let his car fall with it. It was the demo from Spade, and then Akenio just too fast.
He wasn't even strapped for boost. He still had 30.
Yeah, he was good. You had to.
went.
It's just impatience.
Too much, too young, too fast. Great song lyrics. Very applicable.
Oh man, those are just on deck. Well, 3:33. Kansas is up by 2. This is one of the few times I think we've not seen SDSU start a game off with a lead. This is the longest Kansas has also held on to their lead. So this one wraps to the corner. Dog's gonna try and send this one towards the net. He's still got a little dog left in him as this one goes on in.
That one will settle the nerves for sure. That is a great pick from Dog. He was lurking on the sidewall saying, yeah, try and clear it around my teammate, and boy, was he ready. Dropped that one top left corner. Oh, and he's gonna... Okay, Churro, you're too good.
Churro's like, I got the 50. We're good on this one. Everybody relax. It's just by 1 right now. Mpleb reset to no man's land at that point, but this one gets sent down. Churro really consistent with his clears. I like that from him. At least Kansas has been able to, do something with the balls that head towards their faces right here. Akenio gonna redirect it back towards the backboard. The follow-up sent off. Demos are starting to come out. Maybe this is where aggression starts to come into play?
Nope. If I'm San Diego State, I have not even made it to the halfway point of this game. I do not have to turn up the pace at all yet.
Oh, I was just off. Just barely off. Their accuracy.
Okay, slow down, dog.
Yeah,
slow down.
I'm just like, you guys gotta just chill it out just a little bit, because you could be doing so much more if you were calm. Npleb sends that one forward. Spade out over to the side to Sauce to carry us over all the way into the SDSU half. Kenio just taking his time, getting around 1.
Ooh, nice.
Dog hopefully can bail him out. Instead, Sauce takes this one away. Leaves this one up to the ceiling. Maybe can drop it down in time, but there's enough defenders from SDSU in the net for now to keep that ball out.
So the thing that beats him, the double commit right there from Npleb and Dog. Akenio gets a little piece taken out of him by Churra. Spade, uncontested, will deliver the 2-goal lead now. Now we can care about pace for San Diego State because we've beat ourselves here, and now we have to make something happen.
I feel like SDSU also just plays better when there's a little bit faster play going on. I feel like they kind of lose the flow of things against Kansas when it gets slowed down a little bit. Here's a nice shot.
Score this.
That is not going in.
Okay,
There was,
Spade's good.
there- I
Sauce
was
is
gonna,
good. My bad.
They're good. They were like, we got 2 on this one. It's staying out.
I did not think that Sauce was going to have that smooth of a recovery, and I was like, come on, dog, just turn and put it in. But he knew. Dog is much better at this game than I am.
Here comes Spade. Wants to get the clear end play, but Kenny is trying to set himself up in case it's a shot opportunity. Instead, it goes back to Dog. Nice big clear to the
Tough
backboard.
ball.
There was no boost in the tank. He was not going to be up in time for that save, and instead, Dog starts to close the gap between SDSU and Kansas.
Such a brutal ball, like you're right. Shura stuck in the net with absolutely nothing. Tried to go inside and out. Honestly, the only play for him right there. And what an effort from Dog to get them back within striking distance. Only 60 seconds.
Well, here we go. We've seen it before. Lots of goals in less time. That is a clear and a half off of his car. Sauce is going to try and take it all the way back to the SDSU side. Here come the demos from Kansas. Just send everybody back home. Hold on to your 1-goal lead if you can. Kenio up into the sky. Can Npleb find an angle? No, this one goes down.
Nice.
Sauce has a good clear on it, but 30 seconds left to go. SDSU, this is where you turn up the pace.
Ooh, quality 50. Oh, it slips through though. That's insane. They had so much covered with 2 people on that challenge. And Spade just trying to kill the clock.
Okay. Dog's got it. It won't be 1. There's enough time for 1 left. If Kenio can pop this one into the sky, this one bounces off the sidewall. It's a shot on target, but it's
With
out.
post.
Still in play. Dog, he's got
Catch
low
it?
boost. Maybe Kenio can catch it. He does. Carries us to the sidewall. Taking his time. Dog getting into
Need a
position.
flip reset?
He doesn't have it. It's to the ground. We're going game 5.
Tough for San Diego State. They did start to slow down a little bit. They said, okay, hang on. Like with 30 seconds left, they knew. They're like, all right, wait, we can do this. And then unfortunately, they just ran out of time. But now it's jittery. Now it's like, oh gosh, we're in game 5. And nobody on San Diego State should probably be feeling like they should be in game 5, I think. But if you're Kansas, you're thinking, hey, they're rattled, man. It's like, I don't think KU has any illusions. They know they're probably not expected to win this one. But at the same time, they know that they're good enough to get the job done. They say, hey, they make a mistake, we're there to capitalize. We're punishing. So if we just keep doing what we're doing, KU should not change anything. It's the game plan that's been working. They've been trying to get physical. They've just got the strategy is T-Bait's favorite saying, get a hand up, and it's working.
Yeah, I mean, I think you make a great point as well that, Kansas at least is level-headed enough to know that they're the underdogs. We talked about it before. I keep thinking this is very reminiscent of the Columbia Lubbock series.
Yes.
Very
Don't
reminiscent. You've got a team coming in and it's like, you should be up, you were up, don't choke.
And imagine if you're KU and you're in this situation, it's like, we threw a game away. We could have already won.
Yeah.
And San Diego State, you hope that never crosses their mind in game 5.
Well, here we are. Game 5. Dog's gonna take a shot. This one just
Down the seam.
overhead. Npleb thankfully back in time this time to make the save. The early goal lead is still up for grabs.
Chopped into the middle for Kenio, and sure, a great command. Looking for a little help. Fortunately, everything didn't get it stalled out there at the midfield, so relatively harmless first couple of seconds for both teams. Ooh, just kidding, it's terrifying.
Yeah, that was a little scary enough to make SDSU double commit on that one. Thankfully, it works out in their favor. There was no follow-up in sight. Sure, scary. Could he pop this one over to the hood of his car? No, but the ball does still get popped up into the sky and Npleb down. Sauce wanted to put himself in a position. Instead, he gets sent upfield. Not quite on target for SDSU, but at least they're in familiar territory for a short period of time.
And KU just keeping San Diego State honest. Sure, a great read. Understanding, but You just opting for let's play the long clear game, and that actually might spread the field a little thin for them, especially with that demo from Dog coming through.
We go into the corner here. Chura just really been up in the faces of everybody. There's enough in the tank for Dog to put this one through for SDSU.
Finally, one too hot to handle. Sauce with 32, and that is a nasty ball to handle when you're rotating into the box to grab a boost pad, and you have 32 to make that adjustment at that speed. I'm going to give nobody a good chance to make that save. Sauce and Dog will cancel each other out on the kickoff, and it will go into empty space for Impleb, and it's kicked off the corner from Spade. What a save.
I think Impleb ran out of boost because he definitely should have been able to push that one through. Thankfully, here comes Dog once again. I think he's on the road to a hat trick here in Game 5. He is. That's his second one here in Game number 5. Just all over the place, trying to remind everybody who he is on the end of Kansas.
Watch Game 5 be the absolute smackdown that San Diego State feels that they should have had the whole series. They're like, okay, now we got him.
I definitely feel like that is what is about to go down.
I'm not counting anything out. We've seen some really nice bump plays. Chura tries to get one into the middle, and Spade, I think, it was Sauce out getting demoed by Dog. Is Dog demo hunting?
He might be.
Going to his camera.
I wouldn't put it past him.
They gave one up. Hang on, did they miss? Or did they pass?
I think he popped it just high enough. Yeah, that it was right over a Kenio, so he didn't even have to make the pass. It was just above that last defender.
Right pass and shoot. KU staying alive. If you're within one, you can win the game.
Here comes Sauce. Tried to send it up. Here comes Npleb, though. Other plans. Ooh, takes it down. Dog gonna take a shot. It's just high, but Kenio's got the follow-up. Demo opens up the opportunity for that third one, the third touch to make sure it goes on in. Pure teamwork on the end of SDSU. They want the smackdown.
Yeah, that was no frills from Dog. He says, I'm ripping it at your backboard, and I'm coming straight for you. Make a play. And KU said, okay.
We're trying. Oh,
and again, just straight at him. No frills.
There is no fear in his face. This is game 1 and 2 SDSU for sure. The team that were confident enough to play a 2v2 in game number 1 and walk away with a win, and the team that lucked out in game number 2 off a challenge that didn't quite go in their favor before. But now Dog just reminding everybody who he is at this point. He has been up in the face of every single player on Kansas. Great save there. This one tries to get sent in the mid, and at this point, SDSU just plays time.
Yeah, if you're San Diego State, pretty much every ball you get now, you should just smash it into the KU corner and rotate back.
Yep.
And just take your dub.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Oh, that's a whiff. That's tragic.
Everybody on the end of SDSU needs to say thank you to the crossbar right now.
Fourth man, OP.
Oh, what?
Could have been. Well, I guess you don't really need more insurance, but you know,
everyone
likes a good
stat. You go
stat
for that
pad.
Brazil at this point. You just rub it in their faces, kick them in the dirt while they're down.
Well, actually, I don't know if you really do get to kick it too much while they're down, because if you're San Diego State, again, looking at this whole series through the lens of the overall playoff race, if you're San Diego State, you're sitting at a -3 game differential right now. You kind of needed to come in here and absolutely smash the Jayhawks. Because we have seen many, many times over the course of the CRL seasons, the teams that make it into the playoffs in that last spot or those last 2 spots, a lot of times it does come down to game differential. So a Game 5 win here against Kansas could eventually end up looking as bad as a loss for San Diego State in the long run.
Oh, nice shot there. I mean, I'm not going to be the person to say it. We've seen a couple goals in like 13 seconds before. You never know. It's not over till it's over. 41 seconds left. This one to the backboard. Again, SDSU, you just got to keep driving it forward, wasting every last bit of hope in the Kansas hearts.
See, there we go. Now they're doing what I wanted. They literally gave the ball to Chura and both just sat in the net saying, do something with that air dribble.
Oh, nice drive upfield. I think it's safe to say, though, 11 seconds might be a little too late, but I mean, 2 seconds for 2 goals is insane after seeing 2 and 13. So
yeah, what do you do on the kickoff right here if you're kicking? It's so dependent. If they get a double corner, there's hope. Oh no, the double deep center, the ultimate neutral kickoff. You have nothing here.
Oh man. You gotta pocket this right now, but no, they're gonna drive it upfield. That one is it. SDSU take this in game 5. Just gonna play it out. You never know. Maybe one more. That goal differential could be helpful, but it's gonna hit the ground. SDSU take down Kansas in 5.
Dub is a dub. San Diego State will take it one way or the other. You'd rather have the W instead of the L. Unfortunately for KU, now they gotta sit there and wonder about what if, because they did throw away a game with a 1-goal lead in 13 seconds. Didn't even need OT. And unfortunately, Kansas will drop another one, and they will keep the 1 in the win column, looking for a crooked number in another week. But San Diego State, stay alive, get the job done. The playoff race will continue for them, if not in the fashion they had hoped.
I mean, not a bad game by any means. Definitely a couple of lucky moments from SDSU. Can't be too reliant on those throughout the rest of your league play. But for now, you end the night extremely, extremely happy with the way things turned out for you, especially if you're dog, because this is pretty much going to be a little dog montage at some point, because that dude was everywhere.
Yeah, and in game 4, game 5, guy just said, look, I'm going straight at them. I mean, that's just a hard shot, and was 100% saying, I'm just going to bump you and you got to make some type of play. A couple of nice shots from KU to try and get themselves back in it, but ultimately the deficit too much. And Hercules, what a wild series, I think, is how I would like to categorize that. File that away in the, I need to watch that again and make sure I understood everything.
Yeah, that definitely was a very interesting, wild series. A lot of things happened that shouldn't have and then did.
We've talked about this before on CRL. I like to say that there are 2 types of bad Rocket League games. There is scrappy Rocket League, which is a lot of fun to watch. And that's what this series is. And then there's ugly Rocket League, which is not fun to watch. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, this was at least entertaining in a sense, and they were kind of keeping us on our toes with like the 13 seconds and the 11 seconds, but it's over now. That is that series. We all just take it for what it was and move along with the night, I think is the best thing we should do for now. Guys, we've got a little bit more underway. It's not quite the end of the night, so don't go anywhere quite yet, and we'll see you shortly.